is this thing called Lollapalooza? A hip new kind of culture carnival or just another consumer sideshow?
Here we go!
Whatever it is, it's certainly different now in its 6th year from what it started out to be.
It just started out, I wanted to keep it kind of low-key because I thought alternative music was a shoo-in to keep it kind of alternative, but it seems like maybe people are so fucking bored with the mainstream. Maybe its time has come, you know. Some kind of egg's about to crack.
What hatched out was a kind of new multimedia musical experience for a new generation of paying customers.
It is a really cool thing that's evolving here. It's like multimedia, which is what I like anyhow.
Why it's different is that they're offering different medias and everything for everybody, so you can come and learn also while you're at the concert about different active groups and take an active role in our community instead of just coming to the concert.
I want everybody to just, you know, meet each other and know each other, you know, like a big body of musicians that all know each other. Only good things can come of it.
I say, please, give me a dap, I give you one back, cause I ain't stupid, so forget about it.
I think everyone on this tour is just gonna have a good attitude. Everyone just wants to play, so there won't be any of that ego stuff.
You know, I'll jam with anybody. I'll jam with Susie and the Banshees if she calls me out. I'm like, I'm ready, let's go.
We just say it's great that there's such a diverse collection of bands.
I was totally blown away. I saw the crowd, they rocked. Paul, what do you think?
Ditto.
I like playing when it's dark out, but now I can play and get a tan and get home in time for dinner.
Immeasurable. It's immense. Too huge to mention.
Ice-T, Living Colour, all these bands are all politically inclined bands, and they have the same message, but they do it in different mediums, and it's the way to do it.
I came to see Nine Inch Nails.
You know, whenever in history artists have gotten together like that, Dadaists and stuff, heavy things have come out of it.
By 1992, the music that had once been trumpeted as alternative was quickly becoming mainstream, and the second Lollapalooza reflected this shift.
Lollapalooza, Part 2.
92.
The 92 headliners included such acts as Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, and the Red Hot Chili Peppers, bands that were hardly strangers to the mainstream pop charts.
It's all about sort of the open-minded experience, the multitude of cultural sounds of the day. It's not about, like, judging, you know, which band is what. It's just about experiencing the whole thing.
I'm still getting used to it. I mean, I'm still like freaking out walking on this gigantic like mutant picnic around here, and I still don't really get it yet. The 3 words we'd use to describe Lollapalooza are freaks, Ice Cube, and pleasing.
I want it to make sense of where it's just like I say, a coffee house for the youth to discuss what's going on in their lifetime. And this is a great, wild lifetime. There's a lot to talk about.
It's amazing the fact that there's like gun lobbyists and like gun control and you know pro-choice and pro-lifers at the same time. It's like the more information you have, the better understanding you have of any given issues.
I learned from the What Do These Musicians Know that there's so many like musician stuff I didn't know that really had hearing impairments and stuff, and it's really interesting.
Just checking out the Surfrider booth, learned some stuff about ocean pollution. Oh, I learned that you got to wear a condom to have safe sex.
We're going to have a second stage this year, which I'm real into. Ted's not, but I am. We're going to have gambling, but it's going to be charitable gambling. The people can still win things, except that the money, they won't get any money back from it. They'll get prizes, and then we get to donate all the money. Will go to the AIDS research and the homeless.
Also tacked on that year's Lollapalooza was the Jim Rose Carney-style freak show. Strange people doing very strange things for the amusement of concertgoers.
Jim Rose is freaky.
There's going to be a sideshow
A ride on the crew.
that we hope to go throughout.
Yeah, they said they had a side show. You know, I seen the stage over there. I met a guy, he put a sword down his throat. You know, it kind of f***ed me up.
I can't guarantee it's going to be any better, but I know that probably it'll be bigger.
It'll be different.
I can't remember where I read that they said that this year's lineup was a pale imitation of last year's or whatever, which, I mean, there were great bands last year, and I think there's great bands this year, and I'm really excited to see a lot of these bands.
You know, I might learn a thing or two, you know. I haven't seen any of these bands play. So, you know, I want to sit down and, you know, can't teach until you learn.
Pump the fist like this. Pump the fist like this. Come on. Come on, son. I learned how to walk and talk and all that. They put me in school, but it don't matter. Now I'm sitting in history, learning about a sucker who think you learning about me.
I mean, I'm really psyched to see Cube, and I'm interested to see what Ministry does, because I think they're going to have a huge show.
This is the greatest thing in the world to do, except for surfing. Oh, myself,
Well, you know I want to see the Chili Peppers.
What you got to give it to your mama? What you got to give it to your papa? What you got to give it to your dog? So you do a little dance and then you take a little walk down.
It's sort of like a roaming festival. It's not so much of, you know, a one-shot deal.
Basically, all of our music is slightly different in a way, and I think we're the extremes of our music, and as far as I'm concerned, nobody can do our music better than we can, you know what I'm saying?
By 1993, Lollapalooza had become an established rock ritual along the lines of such European institutions as England's Reading Festival.
And the whole thing with, you know, Perry coming up with this idea, which is a great idea, it's been done before. I mean, it's recycling of a good idea, which is music is for people to get together and have a good time.
They've been doing stuff like this for years and years in Europe, big festivals that draw tens of thousands of people into racetracks and fields, and it's seemed like the natural thing to do here.
Lollapalooza's undeniable achievement was in bringing together a wildly divergent melange of hardcore rock and rap acts in front of one generally fascinated audience.
People get to experience new ideas of religion, and they've got sort of a wide diversity of artists. They've got like black rap artists, they've got industrials, everyone gets exposed to everything.
It's a prime opportunity for us now to just come out here and perform for different audiences besides the fact of performing for a black audience. So we get a well-rounded view of black, white, all nationalities. So I think it's a big pleasure for us to be out here.
It's a very positive experience being in front of 1,000-odd people that don't want to hear anything you have to say, and then playing anyway, and then winning a few of them over.
That's what we're about. That's what we're doing here at Lollapalooza is about, is creating your own reality.
If you get tired of jumping and having fun, you can always come down and learn something too.
at the Lollapalooza. I'm really interested to see the village and see what kind of booths are going to be set up.
We're gonna be here all day. You're gonna get hungry sometime. There you go. Step right up.
It's rad. It's just like a big party, kind of.
That's a big circus. It's great. By the middle of the 90s, what once had been alternative music was so big that getting popular bands to commit to a package tour like Lollapalooza was becoming increasingly difficult. Other big acts had different problems, like Nirvana, which had to bail out of a headlining slot after singer Kurt Cobain OD'd on tour in Europe.
The thing that's so great about it is the element of mystery involved, because no one's quite sure who's playing.
With MTV News. Nirvana frontman Kurt Cobain was hospitalized in a coma in Rome, Italy on Friday morning after drinking champagne on top of a prescription painkiller called Rogaine. Nirvana, of course, had once been widely rumored to be headlining Lollapalooza 94 before dropping out due to what, at the time, was described as Kurt Cobain's ill health.
Yeah, originally the lineup was going to be Beastie Boys, Nirvana, Smashing Pumpkins, Arse, and it sounded like fun. So we were psyched to do it. And then, of course, Nirvana weren't going to do it anymore, by which time I guess we were committed to doing it. The whole
With Lollapalooza bigger than ever, the concept on which it had been based, alternative music for an alternative audience, had become increasingly vague.
To me, alternative, I would think it would just mean an alternative frame of mind. People that are into, like, peace and science and music and art. That's what I'm after anyways.
Well, independent music does it even exist anymore? I mean, in an age where you call something alternative that sells 5 million copies, like I said, you know, just wrap it up in a different wrapper, stick a price tag on it. We're playing Lollapalooza because it's a gig, you know, and that's what we do. And my band is in town. We're just coming down to jam, really, and say hi, check it out.
There's nothing alternative about Lollapalooza.
We're all basically working within the context of popular music, making videos, making records, and touring.
Before it got too commercial, we wanted to get in here. It won't be too alternative after a while. We get a chance to learn from them, they get a chance to learn from us.
I think you get kind of energized from watching other bands, and it's a good kind of spirit. And it encompasses a lot of styles. So I don't think it's a celebration of what's not known. I think it's a celebration of what is.
Our challenge is a daily challenge, and it has nothing to do with Lollapalooza specifically, or Tribe Called Quest being a real hip-hop band on Lollapalooza. For us, it's just making good music.
By 1995, just putting together a stable lineup for Lollapalooza was becoming more and more complex, and was beginning to affect the whole tone of the festival experience.
Gosh, you know what? It was so dizzying this year to get the lineup proper. In some cases, it was a money issue. In another case, it was a prison issue. And then in another case, it was another prison issue. When you change the main lineup like that, it changes the whole complexity of the entire festival. It's like having little umbrellas in your drinks. Or, nope, it can't be little umbrellas this year. It's got to be olives. You know, that's what it's like.
They were changing around quite a lot. I knew Ho were on, and that's really kind of what made me want to do it, because I like them a lot.
The fact that it's a community, although it is a musical community, but like it's pretty cool to hang out with all your peers, whether it be your wise people or the kids of the tour, whatever it is. So it's a community feel. I like participating in that.
It's a chance to satisfy your fans that hadn't seen you for the whole year, you know, because there's a lot of places we didn't hit on our tour. And, you know, it just gives us time to get ready for our tour. It's kind of like we're in training or something. So, you know, a bunch of different things. The money's cool, too.
I guess I like it because, you know, there's a lot of different bands. It seems, you know, there'll be something there that interests you anytime.
It's a good chance to play a lot of new stuff to a lot of people who've never heard us in the first place. You know, it's like, they don't know. I mean, Sonic Youth doesn't really have hits, as you well know.
I expressed my love for Lollapalooza, you know, and I let the people at William Morris know that I wanted to participate, and they got me on the second stage. Hopefully next year I'll be on the first stage.
We did the second Lollapalooza on the second stage, and then last year in Dominguez Hills we just showed up and threw it together. It was fun, so we're gonna see what the big side is like.
So just kill a man, come on!
Madonna e Michael Jackson na mesma festa. Shows com as maiores bandas.
Foes and tarot cards.
In other words, it's no different at all.
This year's testosterone injection is being provided by such decidedly non-crunchy bands as Soundgarden, Ramones, and of course the headlining Metallica, a group that gives a whole new meaning to the notion of alternative.
I think they felt that it had become kind of stale and stagnant and predictable, and so what was supposed to be something vivid and something exciting and something unpredictable had become basically a parody of itself and had become this really predictable thing.
You've got to change. You've constantly got to look for change. Try new things. Some things work, some things don't.
We agreed to do Lollapalooza, and we knew that obviously there was going to be certain what we call alternative elitists who would probably have some level of problem with that.
Since I can remember, Metallica has always been considered the alternative metal band, you know, and I think people aren't looking at that just because maybe they sold a lot of records, and who cares?
We probably wouldn't have done it, but the idea that Metallica was doing it made it seem like a weird sort of twisted version of Lollapalooza, and it might be perverse enough that we think it was pretty good or different, you know.
Soundgarden spoke about Rancid spoke about the Ramones, and all of a sudden we had a bill. It was like, bingo, you know, put Psychotica in there and add the Shaolin monks, and you got a festival.
Not all of the surprises in this year's Lollapalooza are to be found among the official headliners. Pop-up guests at various stops will range from Rage Against the Machine to Devo to Steve Earle to Wu-Tang Clan. And in Rockford, Illinois, who should take the stage but local living legends Cheap Trick.
I think it's cool. You know, you get all kinds of different stuff. It's not just us, or just not Metallica, or just not Soundgarden. It's like all kinds of stuff. It's like, whoa, it's like going to a grocery store. A little of this, a little of that. Shake it up into a cocktail and ha-ha. Mama's alright, Jenny's alright, there's just a little
with Cheap Trick. Always been a big fan, and they asked me to come up and do Surrender.
I want to see the Ramones as the last tour and stuff. I thought the Ramones would be pretty neat to see because it's their last tour and all.
I haven't seen the Ramones, so I'm definitely looking forward to see them.
Well, you know, I was the pinhead today.
Yeah.
And Johnny said I can have the job if all my references are viable.
He told him to keep his day job, though.
So is this year's Lollapalooza just a little too rock and roll? Yes, exactly.
Ultimately, it's the audience that determines the taste of the lineup, and the bands who are playing, they're the ones that determine what it is that they like and don't like, and not one individual.
Yes. People are scared of rock again. It must be cool.
The bottom line is I think we just got through playing in front of 20,000 kids at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You know, and that speaks a lot louder than some critic from a magazine.
When you're 10,000 light years from the ground.
As the alternative and the mainstream become one and the same, and all those borders and all those barriers between all these bands, they've eroded so much over the last couple of years that for 96, it seems like a fine line.
I think Lollapalooza has grown beyond all of us. It doesn't require Perry Farrell, it doesn't require Ted Gardner, it doesn't require any of us to be the spokesperson for Lollapalooza. I mean, if you do the job properly and you put the talent together, that in itself will speak for itself.
I think once people write the book on Lollapalooza, you know, 96 is just going to be the year Metallica and Soundgarden. Do you know what I mean? And end of story. It's not going to be any worse or any better. It was just one year was this, and the next year it'll be that, and you know, who knows what they're going to come up with next year. And it's just cool to be part of it.